comment at all. Guys, we're in Belshire Vestige. Pretty cool day of games so far. I have to be honest, I am wondering what the results of the other semi is, but no doubt we'll find out in due course. Spawning in the top left position is the blue Protoss player representing Team Last Resort. We have Rotcod, who, now that I think about it, might have got his name after something went off in the fridge. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom right position as the red Protoss player representing Team Dignitas. He is DreaM.
Now, both of these two players, very, very good. DreaM is actually one of my favorite players, full stop. It's that simple. He's such a cool guy. The first time I met DreaM was at I-46, and he was wandering around hugging a pillow between his games.
He still does that, man.
I know. That's just so cool. Like, he was just wandering around. He looked slightly lost, actually, as he was just wandering about.
Where's my bed? I can't find it. And this probe over here for Rotcod looks like he wants to take a gas in his natural expansion. Presumably that's not the case. Just checking for proxies right now. Not going to be spotting anything out of the ordinary here. And both sides with a little bit of an identical build. So, talk to me, Maddles. What's going on? What do you predict is going to happen in this game? Let's hear it.
2 gates, mothership core.
Yep.
And then into a nexus.
Okay.
No, that's not going to happen anymore. Rotcod's got 3 probes in gas. If he gets 3 probes in the other gas geyser, it's going to be a tech-heavy opening. It is a tech-heavy opening. Oh my goodness.
Well, he's
Unless
got
this was a mistake. Okay, hang on.
It's got 5. He's halfway between a tech-heavy opening and an opening that is slightly less tech-heavy. This is commentary heaven here at the ESET UK Masters, while we try and work out what the hell is going on. I suspect, by the way, that Rotcod accidentally put 3 probes in one of these.
I think that too. As my mind was blown momentarily, just being like, I was going to go into this massive monologue about how there was potentially going to be some DTs, maybe some Blink Stalker play, and how that could really shake up DreaM at the opening he's going for, and then it just probably was a mistake.
Well.
It could be a robo build, let's face it. Could be that simple. Could just be to... Oh, there's the third. There's the third probe going in there. There's the throw. Okay, this is okay. Everything good.
So once again, we have the early Mothership Core coming out from DreaM. We saw a similar situation in a previous PvP series as well against Pewee. But Rotcod is going to be getting his out only, I'd say only about 10-15 seconds behind. Nothing out of the ordinary there at all. If we take a look at the workers, both at 21 right now, sitting nice and comfy. Neither player... I mean, they're going to be probing around with the Mothership Core a little bit, but not an incredible amount of damage should get done here.
No, there's... Mothership cores alone don't really do too much, unless you just leave them there attacking forever. But generally people will bring a Stalker over. DreaM is getting his Twilight Council down.
Okay.
This should be Blink, it could be DTs, but I'm feeling Blink just by the fact... Oh, actually maybe not, because he is getting a sentry up afterwards. Okay. This is basically me saying I don't know now. Because if there was a Stalker following that up, then I would have been like, yes, definitely Blink. But now he's kind of confusing me a little bit.
Well, and here's the thing. We have the Nexus coming down for Rotcod as well, so he's going to be investing significantly less resources into dealing with his army early on. And the Mothership Core from DreaM is going to come around the back, but there are 2 sentries and a Stalker ready for him. So I don't really know any probes are going to be able to get killed here. One of them goes down. Will he actually get a second? And oh god, that was close. I'm not 100% sure that was worth it. Only a single worker killed and a Mothership Core at 5 hit points and 9 energy. Not the most useful unit so far for DreaM.
No, 1 worker kill wasn't really worth it, but he does get the scat out with this Stalker. And he has now gone for Blink, so... Okay.
So 3 gateways going on to Blink, guys. We're going to be seeing a lot of Stalkers come out from DreaM here. He wants to punish this natural expansion of Rotcod. Let's see if he will be able to do it. Robotics facility now completing for Rotcod, and he's going for the Observer. Really, we wanted to see a very quick Immortal come out of him. Is he going to be cancelling? He does cancel it, but he needs to start the Immortal. He doesn't quite have enough minerals. This is so frustrating for our blue player. There we go. And, oh, he needs to get that out very quickly because Photon Overcharge's been activated, and once that's gone, DreaM's going to feel like he can just march straight in.
Rotcod has got the hallucinated Phoenix. Now scouting the DreaM isn't all in, but the blink up into the main is about to happen. Look at this mothership core just chilling there, just like, I can see up there. You go on right up there, Stalkers. And of course, blink is still a little while away. We've got, well, 30 seconds until it's complete. And Rotcod probably will start be getting a little bit suspicious about this kind of move around. Why is he not trying to kill my natural? Maybe he's going to blink up into the main. Mothership core still just sitting around there. Rotcod trying to take a little look. Just trying to work out what's going on, but if, as you said, no photon overcharge available at the moment, that's problematic.
Oh, it is, and look, he needs to move in with this. Oh, he's not even moving in with the Immortal. I feel like the Stalkers here are just going to get the Nexus hands down. And some decent blink micro there, but it's a little bit too... Oh my god!
No, 11 health! Oh my goodness.
What? What?
That 11 health, bro.
I'd like to see the Mothership Core just waltz in here and be like, pew pew, and kill it off.
You laugh, but it's exactly doing that.
Oh my god!
He's a hero! He's a hero!
No way! He's gonna do it! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, and he loses the Mothership Core, but you know what? That's completely fine, as Rotcod, after fending that off in the clutchest of clutch positions, now looks just a little bit embarrassed.
Okay, you know, like, that Mothership Core is going to go down in Protoss history. Like, as the most successful Mothership Core ever. You know, you hear those, like, war stories of, like, a war dog that successfully saves, like, 1 million people or something ridiculous like that? That's the equivalent of what that Mothership Core just did there.
Yeah, that was a little bit crazy. So we, so the Mothership Core takes down the Nexus there. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. And DreaM continuing to sort of prod away at the natural expansion, and against 3 Immortals, I'm honestly not sure what he needs to do. What is he trying to accomplish here? Maybe he wants the army out of position, but he no longer has the Mothership Core to blink up into the main. So really, I feel like Rotcod, instead of just getting his natural up and being like, well, I'm probably just a bit behind DreaM now, because he wasn't all in with that and he took his natural. I thought Rotcod could have gotten away with counterattack there. DreaM wouldn't have had as many Immortals out on the field. I feel like Rotcod might have had something immediately on the counter, and instead he's just been really passive. What do you think?
I think it's more just being very passive, a bit worried, because after losing your natural to a Mothership Core, you're never going to be feeling too confident in that spot. You're going to be a bit like, how could that happen? Why would that happen? And now just wanting to just try and mac her up. He's also getting a good amount of tech. The Colossus is coming out on the field, so that's another way he's got a small advantage over DreaM. But DreaM with charge, getting Research and Blink already done, he's going to have a very potent gateway force.
Yeah, he is, and he really wants to be able to hit with this gateway force before a decent amount of Colossi get out on the field.
The supply block for DreaM. Look at the supply block for DreaM. That was 10 seconds before the pylon even started. Ouch.
It's okay, because Stalkers are dying, and apparently that frees up supply. So we'll see if that ends up being the case here. We do have a blink up into the main base. Only 4 Stalkers left, though. Oopsie daisy, a little bit of a missed blink. It means that the Immortal will be able to get a couple of kills, forcing the Photon overcharge there, which I'm not 100% sure was necessary, but forcing it anyway. Rotcod just wanting to be extra careful right now, and DreaM having to pull back. Number of workers killed this game so far, guys, 3 from DreaM only, but he is ahead in the work count, 48 to 39. So Rotcod really wants to try and continue to get his economy back on track. Oh, and have we lost our medals?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
I possibly drank some water and pressed my mute button and forgot to unpress my mute button. This is what the heat does to me, Jorasa.
You're getting delirious already, mate. It's definitely old age, it's not the heat.
Okay, it's my fault.
It's okay.
It's been a long day, what can I say? But anyway, yeah, if we take a look at the work count, yes, Rotcod's trying to catch that back up, but he's currently at 50 to 45 in favour of DreaM, so he is getting there. He's definitely closing up the distance, but DreaM taking a 3rd base now and getting that Templar Archives down.
I feel like DreaM's in a position where he's kind of saying, well, my opponent's being really defensive and really passive, and I'm going to abuse this, because 3rd hasn't been scouted. There was no counterattack attempted at the natural as soon as the natural of Rotcod went down as well. Rotcod really just making sure there's nothing sneaky on his half of the map, and then content to kind of sit at home. And while he is making the motions of getting his 3rd base as well, it is still going to be behind DreaM. So I'm not sure how I feel about him basically just being happy to be slightly behind.
Well, he's not as far behind as he was previously, because DreaM isn't getting... Well, the worker difference is only 3 now, compared to at one point it was about 12. So that's very, very good for Rotcod to make it back from that. But DreaM has got a pretty scary eye on the field now. He's got those Archons mixed in as well. But then Rotcod has got the Colossi. The Colossi do have extended thermal lance as well. So this is now getting into a very interesting late game PvP situation where strange things happen and you end up getting very interesting engagements. But one thing that will really influence any engagement that comes down is basically positioning. That's going to be the big difference.
Yeah, I think this is, well, DreaM is definitely lining up to do an attack pretty soon. He's got 4 more gateways in cover. He's fully saturated on 3 bases. He's up to 120 supply, and Rotcod only sitting at about 100 right now. You're right. The Colossi are going to be very, very useful for Rotcod, especially once their numbers get greater. But he's got 3 at the moment. Ideally, if he had 8 or 9, for example, he could probably demolish a lot of stuff before DreaM's army gets within range. At these kind of low numbers, I feel like a surgical strike from DreaM might be able to get some damage done here.
Well, the Zealot is doing a little bit of damage here. No additional workers have been killed. The Cannon just doing a nice job. The Dark Shrine, though, and the Robotics Bay now getting started up for DreaM mean that he is teching to the max. And the only downside is that Rotcod does have the upgrade advantage currently. It's about to be 2-0 up against 1-1. But 2-2 getting research for Rotcod, so with double upgrades we'll get ahead. And now the War Prism coming in, Jarosar. Pewee will tell you all about how unfun that is.
Indeed it is. Here comes the War Prism. A couple of Zealots now moving down into the main base. There is a cannon that they're busy trying to engage in possibly the least effective manner known to man. But luckily we have another Warpin coming in to try and supplement this. And, well, he really needs to control them and just move them into the narrow line. There we go. So he should be able to get some damage done there. But in the meantime, Rotcod's actually pushing DreaM back on the right-hand side of the map. These Colossi proving to be a little bit too much for the Team Dignitas player at the moment. And the Mothership Core gets taken out as well. So can this counterattack from Rotcod do anything? Will he push onto DreaM's half of the map? Eventually.
Well, the War Prism gets taken out. That's not something that is too ideal. Only 2 additional workers were taken out by DreaM in that drop into the main base. So actually, if we take a look at the worker count, DreaM, while he is ahead, is mainly because he's had the 3rd out and he's been pumping those probes, not because he's been killing workers. DreaM is also going to make sure that he starts catching up in the Colossus count. 5 out on the field for Rotcod, none for DreaM at the moment. That's causing him a big problem.
I feel like Rotcod, he's still refusing to go out on the map as far as a watchtower. All he's doing is sitting on 3 bases and going, well, I hope I win this game somehow. And he's not being aggressive at all. And that's massively concerning. DreaM is correctly taking a 4th base. He now is moving into double Colossus production, and any window that Rotcod had potentially for doing a lot of damage to DreaM, it's disappearing very, very quickly.
And I've got to say, DreaM, while he's pumping out these Colossi, is getting himself in a better spot, but this game could still go either way. I mean, I don't know if you've seen anything that would really make you think differently, Jarosar.
Well, I guess the Valley of Death, as long as that exists, Maddles, games can always go either way. But I did feel that when the War Prism came into the main and Rotcod held off DreaM's aggression, there's no reason why Rotcod couldn't at least push down towards a natural expansion location to see if there's an opportunity to do something funky there. He didn't. He just moved back towards his own natural and 3rd. And I feel like that's giving DreaM just a little bit of breathing room here that I'm not sure he needed. He's got double Colossus production out now. His +3 attack is going to be out faster than Rotcod's, and all of this, like, these wouldn't have been factors in the upcoming engagement if Rotcod had attacked then and there. So I feel like DreaM's at an advantage.
Now, I would concur. The 4th base is going to make a big difference as well to all of this, but
yeah.
DreaM, he's getting that small supply lead, he's got the worker lead and has had for the majority of this game. The Zealot Warpin isn't going to be able to do much though, 3 cannons there. Great Sim City by Rotcod as well. That's one thing that he deserves a lot of credit for. Really making sure that units can't get in there, Zealot specifically can't get in and engage cost effectively. That's actually allowing Rotcod to take minimal losses from what is quite heavy harassment style from DreaM.
That's a good point, actually, especially when you're the underdog in a series. You want to make sure that you don't have to multitask and split your attention in multiple places, because that tends to be a massive area where the tip-top GM pro players, for example, really try and catch out players that perhaps have a little bit less experience than they do. And now we see another Nexus over here on the bottom right for, looks like for DreaM. Gonna get taken apart by Rotcod unless we see some more Warpins. There we go. Additional Zealots coming in there. DreaM will be able to clean that up. So that 5th base location is now secure. Rotcod knows DreaM's on 5 base. He's only on 4. But he's still not forcing the issue, and I feel like we're gonna
DT.
we're getting a situation now where DreaM's just gonna keep harassing, and yes, Rotcod's holding it off for now, Maddles. But one of these times, DreaM's gonna get a decent amount of damage on, and that's when Rotcod's gonna start falling apart.
Now, I've got to just be honest with you, Joestar, right now. My brain is a little bit confused because DreaM is getting a DT when he knows there's cannons down everywhere.
Well, he's sending the initial Zealots in to try. Never mind, it looks like we have that back engagement. We were talking about a lot of Colossi out on the field and massive amounts of orange lasers. Time warps going down for both sides. The Colossi count currently 8-7 in favor of Rotcod right now. And going down to 5 for DreaM. Is Rotcod going to be able to win this engagement? DreaM being forced back slightly. Excellent concave with these Colossi here. A massive warp for the Zealots. Is it going to be enough? 2 shots from the Colossi more or less killed them all off. Rotcod at 118 supply versus the 109 from DreaM. He's continuing to move forward here, but the Colossi finally dropping. It looks like that Warp and Zealots will have done it. Both sides so unbelievably close. Usually it snowballs into one side winning. Rotcod coming out ahead at 110 to 105 with a single Colossus surviving.
Yeah, and that Colossus is trying to get chased down by the Zealots. The Zealots though cannot jump down the cliff, unfortunately. That's bad times, but this is why you don't incorporate weapons of Colossus destruction into both sides of the army, because nobody's a winner, Joestar. Nobody's a winner.
Massive laser warfare now, and the 4th base is definitely just basically there for the taking now for Rotcod. Picks off these cannons very quickly, and while we are going to have an engagement here, the Colossus needs to focus the Zealots. Okay, he is doing that. Massive cost effectiveness here. Needs to watch out for those Archons though, and he is wisely pushing back. So DreaM doing his best to come back from this, and again, he's taken his 5th base earlier. The income for DreaM, I believe, is just higher than that for Rotcod right now. It is indeed. And I still feel like, even though Rotcod won that engagement, all due credit to him, I think he had stronger timings earlier in the game, and now, when will he be able to push forward and attempt to get a bigger advantage? I don't know. What he doesn't want to do right now is just sit back.
Now, this is... I don't really feel anyone is actually ahead at the moment, but losing this Colossus could be a big loss for DreaM, and it does go down, but there's so many Archons here. But look at the Colossi for Rotcod. They are going to deal so much damage. This is the concern for DreaM at the moment. He's trying to push it back, but those 3 Colossi staying up at the back. DreaM got reinforcements coming in. This is such a tough brawl between these two players. These engagements going on for minutes at a time, and it's just really awkward.
AI on the Colossi getting a little bit confused there as Rotcod dips below DreaM supply, and right now it's 5 base versus 4 base. That's basically the story of this game right now, guys. And DreaM's going to be able to resupply faster than Rotcod is, and Rotcod is finally up to making 2 Colossi at a time, but that's after those skirmishes. He is 5 Colossi to 4 right now, so he is still ahead, because don't forget, he came out by 1 in that earlier massive engagement here. But DreaM can afford to lose a base right now and basically still be even with Rotcod. That's how you have to look at it. Whereas if Rotcod loses a base, it's a massive blow. So while I think it's safe to say that it's a very close game, Rotcod has more to lose at this moment in time. He needs to take out the 5th base, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. DreaM's army completely out of position.
Yeah, DreaM's army is ridiculously out of position. He is trying to move in with a couple of units, though, towards the 3rd, but yeah, the 5th base is dead and gone, and this really was where DreaM was getting the advantage. But Rotcod has to be so cautious not to get himself in a bad position as DreaM's army comes in from behind.
All right. Let's see if he can do it. Trying to send the Zealots in maybe to tank a little bit of damage. Has to be so careful. The Colossi from DreaM getting a decent concave off against Rotcod here. DreaM's currently at 133 supply versus the 160 for Rotcod, who is constantly making new units, but they are not with this army as it currently stands. Good kiting them back, picking off a couple more Zealots at Archon, and a massive Zealot warp in for Rotcod is going to help him stem the flow, and the Colossi move back forward. The numbers of Colossi are 6-7 in DreaM's favor right now, but look at these Archons for Rotcod. Has DreaM overextended?
He may have done a little bit there. Looking at the resources lost, DreaM has lost 5,000 more resources than that of Rotcod. That's a big decrease, especially when DreaM is now 10 probes down to that of his opponent. There's also a warp in at the left-hand base. This could be big right now. Rotcod dealing some nice damage. But DreaM forcing him back again. 23 workers have been killed this game by Rotcod. DreaM's Colossi. Oh no, they got no support!
Too much damage, exactly. It's all about the support in this particular engagement, and all of a sudden the Colossus count is monstrous right now. It's actually it's 8-5, but not all 5 were in the same location for DreaM. So Rotcod completely demolished that. Coming in with 1 or 2 Colossi at a time is not how you want to deal with this many here, and I feel like this could be the beginning of the end. DreaM down to 84 supply, Rotcod now up to 134. The seesaw that is PvP is finally tipping in favor of one of these players, and Rotcod is looking poised to win game number 2.
That hero Mothership Core for DreaM is coming back again after sniping down the Nexus with 11 health. Coming in, the Mothership Core didn't get the kill. Poor Mothership Core. But yeah, this is definitely now heavily in Rotcod's favor. Hugely so.
And let's take a look at the supplies right now, guys. DreaM is down to 56 pros versus the 67 of Rotcod, who has an incredible 21 zealots on the field against 2. So he's going to be able to tank a decent amount of damage, and he has 2 Archons to DreaM's 0. So even if DreaM has an advantage in the number of Colossi he has, the supporting units are just so numerous here for Rotcod that I don't think DreaM can do anything about it. Look at this! And Rotcod demolishing the rest of the army. GG! And the series is tied up 1-1.